Calibrating cybernetics.
Talk to him now.
AT, Andre.
Come on, Dre.
Yep. Trippin with Let's Go. Woo! Trippin with Theobold.
What's your name?
Theo so bold.
Yeah.
Driggity. Let's go. Trippin with Theobold. Trippin.
What are we doing?
Trippin with Theobold.
Come on, Dre.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Trippin with Theobold. I'm your host, Andre Theobold. Welcome to the show. Glad you guys could tune in. Glad you guys could make it. Before we go any further, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and do all that fun internet stuff, like the old people say. Yeah. So, as y'all can see, I'm over here in Theobold Studios, where we do it ourselves, aka do-it-yourself productions. We in the lab, baby. We getting it done. Yeah, so you guys know how we do over here in Trippin with Theobold land. We gotta get started with the tongue twisties. We gotta get the brain and the tongue coordinated so there'll be less trippage on the show. You know? So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. So today's topic deals with the letter R. So we're gonna do tongue twisties that are brought to you by the letter R. And as you guys know how we do over here in Trippin with Theobold Studios, either you can read along with me or you can watch me struggle. The choice is yours. You always have a choice over here in Trippin with Theobold Studios. So let's get to it. Tongue twisting number 1. Randy Rathbone wrapped a rather rare rabbit. Randy Rathbone wrapped a rather rare rabbit. One more again. See, I'm tripping right now. I'm already tripping. Randy Rathbone wrapped a rather rare rabbit. Tongue twisting number 2. Ricky Rabbit gives Ruthie Raccoon red roses. Yeah, Ricky out here simping. Ricky Rabbit gives Ruthie Raccoon red roses. One last time. Ricky Rabbit gives Ruthie Raccoon red roses. And final tongue twisty. Here we go. Robin Rafter ran readily round a rare rambling rose. Robin Rafter ran readily round a rare rambling rose. Final time. Robin Rafter ran readily round a rare rambling rose. And yay, tongue twisters are done. Got those out the way. Now we can move on with the main portion of the show. But before I do that, let me go ahead and do some more housekeeping right quick. Let me do some housekeeping right quick. I just thought of something on the spur of the moment. My bad. Let me go ahead and add this to thought about something at the last minute. Bong. And let me see if I can find something else I got to plug too. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm not going to find it, so I'll just go ahead and plug it. So yeah, yeah. So right now I've been doing some collaborations with some of my comedian friends, comedian brethrens in the gang. We doing podcasting, collabs. And let me go and pull up my phone so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, and boom, here we go. So yeah, man. We've been doing my man Jordan Conley got his random fandom internet podcast. And man, it's been a lot of fun. So I suggest you guys go look up 4 of Hearts is the production, but more specifically look for random fandom under 4 of Hearts. I'll add the link in the description below. But nah, man, we We just nerd out while having a good time, man. It's a real fun pod. I'm glad I'm a part of it. I'm like the butt of every joke, you know. And for the longest time, well, I'm gonna let y'all check it out, man. I'm not gonna ruin it, but there's a lot of laughs in there. Go check it out, man. Also, me and my man Brandon Jordan, he got a like, we like to talk sports, you know. So we have a podcast that it's his podcast. I'm just like the co-host or whatever. And basically it's called Itchy Palms. You know, whenever you feel some money coming your way, your palms start itching. So podcast is called Itchy Palms. And he covers things, or he covers sports from a pure betting aspect, where he looks at the lines, you know, the over, under, the spread, all that stuff. And I look at things from more of a fantasy perspective, where I give my insight on specific players and what I think they're going to do. So make sure you guys, give that a watch on YouTube as well. I'll put the links in the description below, but I just wanted to make sure that I took care of some housekeeping. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure I take care of some housekeeping, so that's that. So let's go ahead and get on with today's topic, man. As you guys can see, I got on the red Buffalo Bills helmet hat, because it's time to go back to the red helmets, man. It's time to go back, man. Gotta go back. Gotta go back to these red helmets, man. Yeah. So why do we need to go back to the red helmets, man? Man, it's just, I don't know them. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, I like the red, I like the white helmets. I remember back in like 2011 or 2010-ish when they said we were going from the red helmets back to the white helmets, which was before my time. I was excited, but to me, here's why I was excited about going to the white helmets back in 2010, right? Because here's the thing, right? I was never a fan of red helmets on white jersey on white pants. Like, to me, red on white to me was just, it just looked like you were looking for an ass whooping. Like when you wear like red, even when the Chiefs wear it, when they wear red on white, it just looks like a bummy uniform. Like, you look like kids out there playing. It's like a kiddie uniform. You know what I mean? So, it just looks real childish. You know what I mean? Like, it looks Pop Warner-ish when you wear red on white. So I was happy that we went to the white helmets, because when we wear all white like pops, you know what I'm saying? Where you wear white on white, ooh, that is clean. That's a clean look. It's clean. But we got to go back to the red helmets, man, because we got unfinished business from the 90s. We got unfinished business from the 90s, man. I'm not over that shit. Like, I would really feel weird if my Buffalo Bills won the Super Bowl in the white helmets. Now, I know a lot of y'all thinking, like, hey, look, man, beggars can't be choosers, man. Y'all, like, look, you better take what you can damn get. If you can get a win in some clear helmets, or in a Guardian helmet, shit, nigga, wear that, right? But now, man, we got to do it in the red helmets, man. There's just something about the red helmet, man. And it's not the same Kansas City Chief red helmet. It's a different red. Like, this red got more of a pop to it, Like, the Kansas City Chief red helmet is just a basic red. This red has like a special red, man. But I don't know what it is, man. But just seeing this helmet in the cold just takes me back to my childhood, man. It just, when I was a youngin', man. We got to go back to the red helmets, man. Got to go back. Got to go back, man. Look at this, man. So this is what it would look like, right? So, and here's the thing, right? It can't be like, I want to go back to the red helmets, but it has to be done a certain way. It has to be done with thought. and it has to be done artistically. You know, they should hire me to redesign the Bills uniforms, man, because I would make this shit pop, yo. I would make the uniforms pop, man, because I know what I want, right? And right now, you know, we're kind of looking at, if you're looking at the sleeves and the piping, they basically gave my boy Josh Allen New York Giants piping from the 90s, right? Those are New York Giants threads, right? Because the piping around the sleeve is too thin, you know, like what this is so basically what's happening is the white and the red are the same thickness, and that's how you know it's the New York Giants threads from the 90s. Whoever made this, right? They tried to Photoshop something and just slap something together, and that's not how it's supposed to be, you know. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about jerseys. I'm here to talk about the red helmets, man. Now this red helmet, like, it look, nah, I got a better idea to get the kind of red that I want. But this is like my era right here, man. You know, this is like old school, vintage, late 80s, early 90s. You know, Buffalo Bills, got to go back to the red helmets. You know, that's a dull red. Like, that could probably pass for a Kansas City Chief red helmet from back in the 90s. You know what I mean? This red got a little bit more pop to it. You know, this is during the Eric Moulds era. I believe this was when he played with Doug Flutie, because Doug Flutie wore the Puma threads, and these are Puma. If you look at the Puma logo on the jersey, these are the Puma threads. You know, so as I was saying before, if you look at the piping on the sleeves of Eric Moulds' jersey, you'll see that the white is thicker than the red trim. So that was a signature thing with the Bills jerseys from back in the day. But like I said, we're not here to talk about jerseys. We're here to talk about the red helmet. So this is what we currently have right now, as you guys know, which isn't bad. I mean, the white, it's getting a little old. Like, it's getting kind of boring, you know. But like I said, with the white on white on white, I thought I had a one with Josh with the, oh, okay, he's not in here. But with the white on white on white, that's just a clean look. I like that look. Don't want to change that. Don't want to change that. But here's how they should do the red, man. So as you guys see, you're looking at the Vikings helmets. And on the left, that was, I believe, last year's helmet or the year before. And the one on the right is the newer helmet, right? They basically did something a little different if you look carefully. And I like what they did, right? So they have a matte finish, right? Well, both of them have a matted finish, but the one on the right has like a undertone, like iridescent kind of shine to it. That's what we got to do with the red helmets, man. We got to have that matte finish with the undercurrent of the iridescent shine. You know, like, that's what we need, man. You know, like, you want that dull look, but when the light hits it or the sun hits it, you want that red to pop. You want it to pop only like in a certain area. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want it to have that warm, fuzzy feeling, you know? You feel me? That would be dope, man. We got to do that and then go to the white face mask. And had another idea too, you know? Had another idea. So I know I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about jerseys, but we here. Let's talk about the jerseys, man. So one thing that would really, I think, in my opinion, would really set the uniforms off. Well, what would really set the jerseys off, in my opinion, would be if, let me see if I can't find a better picture of what I want to describe. Yeah, I can do it from here. Actually, I have to find the print because I don't want you guys to use your imagination because you might hurt yourself. You know, so let me go ahead and let me look at this, right? Let me actually show y'all this right quick. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah. So yeah, before we go any further, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, do all that fun internet stuff like the old people say. And then let me go ahead and do this right here. Boom. Okay. There we go. So, because I know if I explain this to you guys won't get it. So I got to show you, you know, I got to show y'all. Let me just pull this up right quick. Add this. And then boom. Also, AT is where it's at on most forms of social media. So follow me. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. That's done. Did that. Okay, now we are back. Okay, so this is what I think we should do for all my Buffalo Bills fans / enthusiasts. All right, so if you don't know anything about this, this is the infamous Zubaz print, right? And Zubaz is just a pattern that was real popular back in the early 90s. You know, all the teams had them pretty much. You know, I remember seeing you would see people wear like Zubaz pants, you know, and you would see them for every team. But the Bills are the one organization, or Bills fans, aka Bills Mafia, is the one fan base that still rocks the Zubaz, right? So what we should do, right? So in addition to that glossy matte finish helmet with the red undertone shine, what we should do, man, is you see the piping on the helmet of Josh Allen? You see that? Just imagine this, right? What if that middle stripe, right, or that whole middle area was Zubaz print? That shit would be fire. I don't care what no one says, man. You put the Zubaz print in the piping in the middle of the helmet, that would be fire, man. And the Bills helmet, if you guys don't know, like the old helmets, the stripes they just start in the front and go straight back. But the Bills helmets have like a taper, right? So basically it starts off narrow in the front and it gets wider in the back. And they shrunk the Buffalo to make the wider stripe fit, right? So to me, like, instead of just having a basic stripe down the middle, man, they should have that Zubaz print going down the middle of the helmet, man, and have the red, man, that shit will be fire, man. And then what they should do too is, like, I'm not really a fan of the two pipes on the sleeves, because we got two pipes on the sleeves and then there's one pipe on the side. Why not just have a thick, like I was showing you before, right? Like on the Eric Moles jersey, right? That's a bad example. Can't really see it. But on the Eric Moles jersey, on the white part, that thick white part, make that Zubaz print inside of the pipe and then trim it with and then have it trimmed with like navy or something. Like that shit'll be fire, man. You know? Just on the sleeves though. And you could even do it on the pants too. Have the Zubaz print in the middle stripe or in the middle pipe. That would be badass, man. So that's my wish, man. The red matte finish helmet, white face mask, Zubaz print down the middle, trimmed on both sides. I'm not sure what the trim should be. The trim should probably be like navy, maybe, you know? But that would be vicious, right? Because it's a unique pattern, you know? I know a lot of teams back in the 90s wore them, but I mean, since Bills Mafia still rocks the Zubaz, let's own the Zubaz. Let's get the Zubaz worked in. But, you know, we probably can't do it because Zubaz is an actual company. And then we got to pay royalties to use the print. And then, yeah, but if in a utopia where that was a possibility, that's what we should do, man. That would be fire. Let me get sick of this water right quick, man. My voice getting a little parched. But yeah, man, that's what we should do, man. Also, I'm very disappointed. I want to talk to you, Nike. I want to talk to Nike, man. let's talk turkey. I'm very disappointed in Nike, man. When Nike took over the threads, and when I say threads, right, like if you look at Eric Moulds, if you look at his pants, you'll see Puma on the right pant hip area, and you'll see it on the right shoulder pad area. So around 2010, I think, or 2000, no, it was like 2012, I believe it was, because Buffalo changed their uniforms right before the Nike threads took over for Reebok, right? So because I remember this very vividly. So I can't believe I'm telling y'all the story again, but if you go back to my early episodes of Trippin with Theobold or TBD podcast, I kind of broke this down. But in 2013, I was relocating to Southern California, and that was the final year that Reebok was doing the threads, right? So they had this crazy sale where you could like make any jersey you wanted to make, right? Any custom jersey, and basically pay like $100 for it, you know? So my dumbass thought it would be cute to get my name on the back of my jersey. So I had all types of Big Dre and Theobold on the back of my jersey, and I did like I paid all that bread to get all them different jerseys just for people to go, who that? Who that? Like, motherfucker, it's me. Like that's you? Yeah, that was dumb. What I should have done was, and you know what's crazy? The thought crossed my mind. Like I was like, yo, you gonna regret this. And damn it, I regret this shit. But I could have gotten like my white and navy Fred Jackson jersey, man, authentic, for like $95, $99, right? I could have got the white one, and I could have even gotten the Stevie Johnson one, right? Just get the white, because that was a critical time in our history, man. So I actually have one now. I actually have the all navy Fred Jackson that I found online, authentic, because I don't, you know, I gotta come correct. I gotta make sure I'm wearing the proper shit, you know. Plus the numbers don't shine right, you know, when you get the authentics, when you get the Reebok authentics, or when you got the Reebok authentics, like the jersey had, like everything had a cuff, like the cuffs and the piping were thick. The jersey kind of like it sat up on you, because it was like, you know, it was made of that good material, and then the numbers had that shine to it, you know. If you got the fake joint, that shit was dull, like the shit was like flat. It didn't even look like the same jersey. But anyways, man, something told me, yo, Dre, just go ahead and get that Fred Jackson and or, you know, Stevie Johnson, because that was a critical era, right? That's when like we were in the dungeon. Like we never made the playoffs in those uniforms, right? We started wearing those navy jerseys like back like in 2000, and I think it was like what, 2002, I think it was. Yeah, we wore the navies from like 2001 to like 2011, and we never made the playoffs in those jerseys. But that's how you know you a fan, if you got jerseys from that era. So I have a couple from that era, but I don't have the ones that I wanted. So anyways, where's I going with all this, right? So I was disappointed, or when Reebok passed the threads on to Nike, I was excited, because the first thing I thought about was, oh shit, you know, Nike, you know, they do the college football uniforms, they do the University of Oregon. I said Oregon. They do the University of Oregon Ducks uniforms, you know. And if you watch college football, you know, Oregon Ducks got like the best uniforms in all of college football. So I was thinking, you know, Nike was going to do something special with that, but they just got real conservative. It's real boring. I'm not happy with the Nike jerseys. I'm not happy with, like, I mean, they make a standard fan jersey, but when you get like the authentics, like they don't make the authentics like the same way that Reebok did, you know. They look like fan jerseys as opposed to like actual jerseys that players could wear on the field, you know. But anyways, with Reebok, their whole thing was they did like throwbacks, right? So they did the throwback jerseys. Those were dope. So what I thought was going to happen was I thought that Nike was going to do throwbacks and futuristic jerseys, you know, because let me show you this right quick. So, so that's why I got excited, right? So, basically this is an old article, but with the combinations of, so basically the University of Oregon has, if you don't know, they have like 13 different jerseys. They have like 16 helmet options, like different color helmets. They got 8 different pant options. So when you actually do all the combinations of those, you get like over 10,000 jersey combinations. So I believe too, I read somewhere where it said that the University of Oregon, they've never worn the same jersey like ever. I'm not gonna say ever, but they never wore the same jersey in like a 20-year span or something crazy like that. You know, they always have something different, you know, because like they have like the chrome helmets, they got the white helmets, they got the yellow helmets, they got the green helmets, they got the green chrome helmets, they got the black helmets, they got the gray helmets, they got the matte, they got all different types of helmets, man. So I thought the NFL was going to say, you know what, let's lax up on the uniform restrictions and let's get creative. You know, I thought that, you know, for example, it would be dope if the NFL let teams wear a different home jersey every time they were home, but on the road they had to wear like a standard road uniform. You know, that would be fair. That would be cool, you know. But with the Bills, man, it's like they just have been stuck on the same uniforms, man. They got the blue jersey, they got the blue and white jerseys, they got the blue and white pants, and then they mix up the combinations. So you get blue on blue, you get white on blue, and you get white on white. And then they had the color rush uniforms, but they don't do color rush anymore. So the red uniforms are out, you know. And we don't even do throwback uniforms with the throwback helmet, with the white, with the stand-in buffalo. So very disappointed, because I thought this would be an opportunity for us to, you know, mix things up. Like what would be dope is if anytime we wore the blue, we could wear the red helmet, or we wear the red helmet. But if we wear all white, then we wear the white helmet just to white it out, you know, like that would be dope, you know. And then even like do like a futuristic uniform, right? Like I saw somewhere online where someone like designed a black matte helmet with a red standing buffalo. Like that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? So it would be cool to see different artistic uniforms being displayed. But I guess I'm asking for too much, you know? And then even in the playoffs, like once you get to the playoffs, you can wear whatever you want to wear. Like that would be dope, man. If they were like, yeah, nah, we wearing this when we make it to the playoffs, you know? But at a bare minimum, man, we got to go back to the red helmets, man. Like I feel like even though our team looks good right now, if we have a shot at winning the Super Bowl, I'm like, cool, let's go ahead and do it. But if we lose and if we don't make the Super Bowl this year, I'll be hurt, but I'll be like, hey, glass half full. Let's go to the red helmets. Let's go ahead and change up. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. What are your thoughts, man? Bills Mafia, what is your thoughts, man? How do y'all like the red helmets with the Zubaz print stripe down the middle, man? I know y'all like that. I know y'all would like that. That shit will be fire. You know, like when you look at the Seahawks, they have a pattern for their stripe going down the middle of their helmet. How come we can't have our own pattern? A Zubaz-pattern, you know? So, anywho, man, I hope, you know, that, I hope that the owners or the Bagulas hear this, you know, and they take this into consideration, and we evolve, man, and go back to the red helmets, man. Cause I think we got unfinished business in them red helmets. We got unfinished business, man. Once we win the Super Bowl and the red helmets, man, we can do whatever we want, man. We can do whatever. But we gotta win. We gotta win the Super. You know what it is? It's like I remember watching all the Super Bowls as a kid, and it's like if they won in the white helmets, it just wouldn't hit the same. Like I gotta see them win in the red helmets, man. It's just one of those things, man. Just one of those things, man. Like, I'm not going to say it's not possible, but I got to see it with my own eyes, you know? Got to see it with my own eyes. Anywho, what are y'all thoughts, man? Holla at me. Let me know. Y'all disagree? Y'all cool with the uniforms we got now? Does it matter? Put it in the comment section. Let me know. I want to know what your thoughts are. Holla at me. But yeah, man, but before we go any further, like I said before, man, AT is where it's at on most forms of social media. So follow me. And without further ado, I'm out of here, folks. Peace. Yep. Trippin' with Theobold.
Let's go.
Caliente.
Trippin'. Yep. Trippin'. Trippin'. Trippin' with Theobold.
Trippin' with Theobold.